Welcome to Fisher Owners Quick Tips. This time, Steve White's going to tell us why he loves his Hydrovane on his Fisher 34 White Mistress. Oh, and sorry about the graphics.
Do better this time. Anybody know what that is? Self-steering. It's a Hydrovane self-steering system. Right, this bit here is red, and it is the sail, or the wing. In here, that's an M by the way, is magic. I've seen it work and I understand it works, but trying to explain how it works is, I'm not even going to bother. So what happens, when you're sailing, along here you have a piece of string, like that, and if you pull on this bit, that way, your oar string course to starboard, and if you're pulling on that one instead, so it's going the other way, you're also in course to port. Now what happens with the wing is, where's my bit of red paper? It has to be red because my wing's red. If you imagine, this is now the wing on the top of your Hydrovane, all right? So what you do is, we're going to sail along and the wind's going to be about there. So you point it over there. So I'm now going to come around here. So I'm going to look at the wind. If I blow straight into it, nothing happens. But if the boat goes off the wind, it tilts. Yeah? When it tilts, that tilts, the tilt goes into the magic, and the magic turns that into rotation. So that turns into that. So if you come off the wind, the thing tilts, operates its own rudder, and brings you back on course. And it's absolutely brilliant, so long as the wind doesn't take you off course. So if you're belting across the channel to Cherbourg and a nice southwesterly and all of a sudden it comes round to the north, you better be paying attention or you'll be going home again. So that's it. Total price, well, you won't get a lot of change out of £8 by the time you've installed it. Fortunately for me, the gentleman who spoke to me about the fridge, sadly he passed on, who's a chap called Ted Hargreaves, passed away aged 89.5 in 2017. He was the design improvements engineer for Hydrovane, and he lived just around the corner from me, and he and I used to get up to all sorts of fun with his CAD system and drawings and bolting things together and playing to see if we could make this thing work better. Doing sailing trials in the Solent in a 1937 Hilliard ketch with an engine to one side, absolute pig to handle, but making this thing tack using a mizzen and the staysail for it. And yeah, it goes upwind, downwind, on the beam, wherever you like. Absolutely fabulous. And the big thing is, you have a second rudder. So if you do end up with a rudder problem, you can still get home. That's it.
What's the string for?
Sorry?
What's the string for?
String, if you want, as you're sailing, as I said, I'm heading towards France and the wind's over there, and I actually want to alter to starboard. What I do is I pull on the top one and it alters the wing around, so it tilts. Yeah, as it tilts, it brings the boat round until it settles up. Yeah. And if you want to go to port, you pull the lower one and it alters the wing round, it tilts, and as it comes round, it straightens up. So to tack this, I stand in the cockpit, I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yanks of that. And then whilst that's playing with the steering, I sort the sheets out and let it go and bring it in. It's a piece of cake.
So on the Hydrovane, unlike some of the others where it's attached to the tiller of the wheel,
Yeah.
you simply lock your tiller at your wheel
No.
on roughly the right course and let that do all the alterations.
I used to lock the relay, but I didn't have a lock, so I used a bit of string.
Yeah.
I haven't bothered. I just leave the thing to
The other is just feathers.
just feathers, yeah. Yeah. And the lovely thing about this is it doesn't need potty brakes, it doesn't use electricity, it doesn't need coffee, it doesn't get lost, and it doesn't answer back. I mean, what more could you ask from a crew member? She's called Vera the Steerer. Yeah, and if you'd like, I can recite my poem, but I think we're probably running out of time. But it's in Fisher Light because you put it into one of the articles in Fisher Light.
We did a series of poems written by Fisher members.
That's it. So, if you want to have a look, it's in one of the lockdowns, or one of the Fisher Lights, so it's there. If you want me to recite it later, I will, but right now, I don't take any more time. So that's it from me. Thank you very much.
And don't forget to give us a like. Thank you.